Like, what is the difference between us and SAT? When you want to go to college, especially in arts or law, so I am one of the top 200,000 in the world. Very, very good question. In your 5 fingers, which is your best finger? Which is the most important finger?
We now have an exciting segment coming up, the ACT product presentation. Let's welcome Dr. Charles Singh, Regional Director of ACT Thailand and ACT India, to walk us through this innovative product.
What is ACT used in apart from college? I teach at the military of Thailand. So the people who graduates from schools go direct to the military. If they can do it, why can't you guys? So what's happening now in Thailand, before I start my discussion show, what Shane was saying is not India. India, they follow the rules and regulations I like. But remember, nowadays when people go to college, you say, what do you say, college or university? What do you say? College, okay. When you go to college, what happens? After first year, people drop off college. Might be family problems, whatever problems. And some of them in Thailand, they join the military. So when they join the military, these people become cybersecurity professionals. And all came from ACT. You can see here, these are all the general and commanders of the military in Thailand. So ACT does not only do professions for going to college, they even go to works and military as well. So what I'm trying to say is everything is possible. It doesn't have to be only going to college. ACT supports everybody. So what is ACT now? Remember, we are here for 65 years. If you are here for 65 years and you're doing bad, you will be closed in 1 year. How many startups open and close very fast? Many, right? They finish, they become startup, what's happened? They die, no money. But we have been here for 65 years. That shows we are good, right? If we are not good, we are gone. Why? Because we are focusing on the core fundamentals. We are focusing on what? EMR, English, Maths and Science. That is the core. You go any business in the world, English, Maths and Science. But like, what is the difference between us and SAT? SAT is only doing English and Maths. We do English, Maths and Science, but we give Science optional. Why? Because some students don't want to go to engineering. Some students want to do accounting, finance, so they only do English and Maths, which is basic for everybody, but Science is optional. So that's why we have been here. So remember, say that we are work-ready credentials, because remember, students outside of India, after high school, they go to work. And then they go to college later. Some of them do that. Why? Because their parents have no money. They cannot go to college. They don't have the funds. So they go work, make some money, and they go to college. Many of them are like that. Many of them. My own daughter, when she finished high school, when she was 17, she finished her CBSE equivalent in Thailand. She went to work for 3 years. Experience. Then she went back to college. People are different now. From early education till workforce, they still use English, Maths and Science. You know, today I see a lot of people in India, when I asked the kids class in the morning, they were very good in times table, right? What is 15 by 15? Anybody? You answer faster than the kids, right? I like that. So you study 20 times table because you memorize it. And it's very good in India. But in other parts of the world, you ask them 15 by 15, calculator. You ask them 9 plus 9, calculator. They can't even add in their heads. But you people are very, very good. So keep it up. So again, you go to everywhere you go. It's the same English, language, arts, science. Social connection starts when you go to workforce. You meet friends. But early education, high school, post-secondary, you will learn other subjects. But English, Maths and Science are core. Now listen, me, what is my profession? I am a hacker. I am a cybersecurity professional. My profession, before I joined ACT, I'm a cybersecurity hack specialist. Who wants to be a hacker when they grow up? A good hacker, not a bad hacker, huh? A good hacker. Please, no bad work, good work, right? Now, what do good hackers do? Good. So, your cybersecurity. So, I am one of the top 200,000 in the world. So, it's good. But you don't hack people's phone numbers and passwords. You know that. You protect the bank. So, those are called ethical hackers, not bad hackers, right? Now this is very important. Now, for the questions. What does college readiness means? It means success in credit-based first-year college. When you go to college, if you fail your CBSC, will they take you? If you want to go to top colleges, you have to pass your CBSC, what you're taking, right? But in America, in Thailand, and etc., even some colleges in India, they accept ACT. So what happens in Thailand, they will take the CBSC equivalent in high school, standard 12. But then they take ACT to give it the oomph in the extracurricular. So what does ACT is? If you take ACT and pass, that is equivalent to first year of college anywhere in the world, because it's not easy. It's like, what is ACT exam? It's like CBSC plus. It's a bit higher, but it's lower than the first year college. So it's a very difficult exam. So if you pass your so what I'm trying to say is we are working with Kalvi to give you to take the ACT exam. So when you go to college, your college will say, wow, you passed your CBSC and you passed the ACT. The chance of you getting into IIT or the top colleges in India is very, very high. So take it seriously. Parents especially, invest on your kids. Let them take the test. It's not a waste of money. It's very, very good for them to support them apart from the normal what schools give. Give them extra to take. That's how you measure the skills of the kids. It's not very expensive, and I think it's affordable, and we will work very closely with Kalvi. What's career readiness? Career readiness means you require knowledge and skills equivalent to the first year. Now, why do people take ACT when in high school? Because in America, in Thailand, in China, in Japan, in Dubai, if you finish high school and you take your ACT, they will accept you to work. Because ACT, apart from college readiness, is work readiness as well. It's 2 in 1. But if you have your college degree, you go to work. You have your high school degree, CBSC, you go to work. They will tell you go to college. But if you have CBSC and you have ACT, you can go to work before going to college. What we focus on? We focus on English, maths, reading, science, and writing. English, maths, and reading is compulsory. This is optional. Now, I want to advise you one thing, you kids. Who wants to go to engineering? Who wants engineering? Okay, if you do engineering, you got to take English, maths, reading, take science. When you want to go to college, especially in arts or law, you have to take writing. Because writing, when you take in ACT, there's no ChatGPT. You have to think and write yourself. Now, what is the maximum score of ACT? 36. 36 is the maximum score. 36. Not 100. We don't score by 100. We do a kinesthetic composite score. Okay, by algorithm. 36. But the average score that people get usually in America and India is 18 in English, 22 in maths, reading, science. ELA is equal to writing, it's 20. So when they have a composite score, composite means average score, it comes to 26. When you go to college, they would want to take English, maths, and science, which belongs to, if you want to go to faculty of calculus, chemistry, biology, physics, and engineering, you need to take science. And believe me, take ACT. It will be accepted everywhere in India and everywhere in the world, because right now ACT is investing heavily in India and many colleges will accept that from next year onwards. So in the English, we have 50 questions, we give 35 minutes. In maths, 45 questions, 50 minutes. In reading, reading is comprehension, 36, 40 minutes. So we don't give a lot of time because we have to see your focus, align and execute your time and your content. And then fifth, as you have writing, we allow you, we give you an essay to write. you get 40 minutes to write, and then your score. So your total exam without writing is 125 minutes, is 2 hours. With writing is about 2.5 hours. That's our standard exam internationally in the world. Now in this one, look at this. We told you already, this one before the exam was based 175 minutes, 3 hours. The student says was too long. So we reduced to 125 minutes. From 215 questions, we reduced to 131 questions. So our exam without writing is 2 hours. With writing is 2.5 hours. So this is how we calculate the average score. We have English, Maths, Reading. We divide it by 3 to be a composite score, average score. Science is separate. Science you have to score out of 36. This is how your score report looks like. So your super score will get in Maths, Science, English, Reading and Writing. We give you an average score, right? Usually the highest score is 36, but very few people get it. In America, you want to go to Harvard, you want to go to Princeton, they accept minimum 34, minimum, which is not easy. But if you go to others, 26, 30 is okay. What do we have? We have ACT online prep to prep you, and the next one, and we have games. So this slide I'm going to give, I know there's no QR code. It's called quizme.act.org. I will give it to your teachers. Go play it. And I will see which one gets the highest score. There's a lot of quiz questions to go there.
I'm in 11th grade right now. Myself, Abhijita, science group, okay, math CS. And you told me that with ACT and completion of high school, CBSE or whatever code it might be, you said we can go for work before going to college. What kind of works can be done? Because, yeah.
Very, very good question. Now, very good. Give her a round of applause. Very good question. Okay. We have very, very good question. So what happens is, when you finish your CBSE and you finish ACT, where you go and work, they will know in factories, in IT companies, you might get a junior level work. But from there you learn. And I tell you from my experience, you learn by doing. You don't learn by listening. You learn by really practicing. So if you get a job, if you come and work for ACT, we will give you a job to start working with the content creator and see how the exams are. You will be the starting admin position and you can build your career in 2 years. Remember, not many workplaces want a degree. They want people with skills. And how do you measure your skills from school? You have to have an internationally recognized certificate, and that is ACT. But very good question.
My name is Adarsh and I am from Grade 10. I have a question like GMAT is more like GMAT is for management. So how is ACT useful for me?
There's GMAT, there's SAT, there's ACT, there's many flavors, right? When you have dosa, you can have onion dosa, masala dosa, you can have many, right? There's many dosa flavors, right? Everything is the same, but choose what you think they need. So how do you know to be an entrepreneur? So when you apply to your college, you see the college what they take. Most of the college will take ACT, SAT and GMAT, but it's your choice which one you want to take. And you go and see, you do some ChatGPT search. If you want to college, this college, who sits what more? ChatGPT will tell you, and you go for that.
So if I'm in entrepreneurship, how will ACT help me?
Okay, how will GMAT help you? Right. How?
GMAT or ACT?
Yeah, because okay, GMAT helps you more, but ACT has the core. Because English is important, you have to have basic math skills, you have to have basic reading skills, you have to have the basic understanding of the science skills. So when you go to any entrepreneurship, when you have your basics, you see, okay, I give you an example, beta. When you build a building, why do some buildings fall, some buildings are okay? What happens is, we, human beings, want to do shortcuts and want to go up very fast. But what happens if your foundation is not strong? You go up very fast, it collapses. Make sense? It collapses very fast. So what happens? You know, there's a saying, in your 5 fingers, which is your best finger? which is the most important finger, is your this finger. Why? Because your life starts from here, you climb up, one day you will become a Superman or a Supergirl, right? But one day when you become a Supergirl or Superman, you cannot be a Superman and Supergirl forever, because if you try to become too smart, you will fall so fast you can't climb up again. So when you are a Superman and Supergirl, take one step back to move 10 steps forward. And whenever you want to be the best, your root, your foundation must be strong. And root foundations are the core of ACT.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.